let's confine ourselves to questions and answers. And I can't answer the question because it was prefaced by so much preaching and shots at Clyde Palmer and Adani. Now, for heaven's sake, ask a question and I'll answer it.
Well, then, we've got a next question.
Oh, I lost track of the question in all your preface, attacking Clyde Palmer and Adani. Totally out of order. Ask a question.
Well, we've got another question awaiting. We've got 3 or 4 more, and we're running out of time. Seriously, so be very, very quick, please.
Good evening, candidates and ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank the candidates for acknowledging our elders past and present. Thank you very much on behalf of our Land Council. I'd like to talk about recycle. I think recycling is a joke. I was watching 60 Minutes the other night and I am disgusted to be an Australian because all our recycle is going over to Malaysia and it's just left there. These people that are doing the recycling aren't even qualified. Their places looks like an absolute tip. They're asking us to take our recycled rubbish back. We have one recycle place here in Australia and that's in Melbourne. If we build more recycle, we got more people to have jobs. Don't send it overseas. It's just shipped over there and it's just left. It's a joke. It is absolutely disgusting. I'm absolutely disgusted to call myself an Australian, and I'm Aboriginal, but that is so wrong. If we want to recycle. Don't send it over there. They're burying it because they've got no way of recycling anything. Because these setups they've got over there are illegal, they are shutting them down. So I'd like to ask all the members here, what would you do about it?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. In 1978, I was in charge of waste disposal for the whole state and recently had the dubious honour of running the council garbage tips and recycling for Western New South Wales Council. It's a big issue. It needs a linkage between federal, state and councils. It's too big an issue to discuss now, but I agree recycling needs to be improved, and it can be improved with goodwill but it does need a federal, state and local council approach.
Okay, I'm going to cover this from 2 ways. First of all, one of the things that many of you wouldn't have heard about was a thing called the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and that address a lot of waste issues, and that will drive a lot of policy in this country in the years ahead, and one of them specifically relates to waste. So that's some good news there, and that'll be layered throughout government and layered throughout business as well. The second thing is Labor has announced we will have a national waste strategy. We do have a national waste strategy. When Labor was last in power under Julia Gillard, we did do a national waste strategy. The Libs and Nats have not done one since then. So we announced our policy on waste, and it's as follows very quickly. We will create a national container deposit scheme. We will establish a national waste commissioner. We will put $60 million towards a national recycling fund, and we will put $15 million to assisting our Pacific neighbours clean up their areas as well. And we will be setting targets for government to purchase a certain amount of recycled products. And also too, as a part of the clean-up, we're going to be spending $200 million fixing up Australia's waterways, and that includes cleaning them as well. So waste is very much a part of Labor's overall environmental policy, which includes climate change, renewable energy, forests, as well as sustainability and new environmental laws. And waste is something that we see as being a major problem as well.
Only if you really have to, very, very quickly, because we still have 2 more speakers, and we've got 3 minutes to go.
Some time ago, Bellingen Council were sending plastic milk bottles in a recycling deal. They got $40 a tonne for it, and the freight cost was $60, and the council had to pay the freight cost. So it became prohibitive, and that's why it's all collapsed in Australia. But I certainly take the point. I do agree that we should recycle everything we've got here rather than sending it to Malaysia. But we don't do anything in Australia anymore. We don't make anything. We don't manufacture anything. Everything is closed down. And it's a matter of protecting Australian industry once more, which nobody seems to want to do except me.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question, Sue. And the joy of coming back to politics is to seeing familiar faces. So sorry, as a first Australian, you had to continue to wait so long tonight.